So we are back to like, so Eric is the guy.
What?
So he comes, and then what I liked about Eric was he came and it was fast. We first got Biashara out of the way. He's like, I would like to pay you. I know how much Victor paid you. I want to pay you that. Before we started. Now that's changed how I work. Because now from that, I took that format with everyone I work with. We agreed, you want to work together? Yes. How much? Then he said, I asked him, what am I doing? He's like, you're writing. I was like, I will get a co-write. He said, yes. And then what else am I doing? You produce, record, mix, and engineer. Like, yes. Cool. So,
But can I say, I think what Eric had and what you also had without you leaving the country was an understanding of the music business in terms of royalties, splits, and not too many people have that even till today, as much as we've got the internet and stuff.
You guys are still on IG.
It's still on, you play 15 Gs per track.
Yeah. That thing is what has killed this space.
Okay, so what happens now?
Eric comes and he's like, I'm like, Z. I tell him, if I'm a co-writer and co-producer with you, that means you're joined at the hip for this thing. I want a percentage. He's like, me, I'm giving you 100 Gs. Clean. Yeah, bloop. It won't be activating any. And you want a percentage. What if my budget is 110 for everything? That means you'd have lost. It's literally money on the box. Because me, I told him, I don't care what you're being. I don't want to be paid cash. I just want a percentage. A percentage of what they're paying you. So we haggled. Again, it became percentage. So we eventually agreed on a 70-30.
And now you do this?
We do this thing at 20, this is now 2004 February. He cuts me a check of 225K. Dude, I lose my mind. I can't tell you where that money went. That's the biggest, like, that's where I landed.
At that time you're like,
Yo, I can't tell you because I was single.
Maybe you bought gear.
I didn't buy gear. I think I bought I think I bought a fridge. That's the only thing that remains. A fridge and a fridge guard.
But at this time, are you at Samawati?
I'm still at Samawati. This is now mid. Then we all blow that tunes. Even Eric. Like, we went after 2 months, the thing has a shut, everyone is happy. Another gig like that comes. Eric's like, let's not be stupid. This time, let us build a studio. Because you're doing a lot of the work at Samawati. Eric knows how to sell. You're not running this place. And you're not appreciated. He knows how to sell. Oh, it was like Empire. But without a Maserati. Let's set up our own place. So, and he got another gig like that. It was the same deal, but as opposed to blowing our money,
let's invest.
At the time, his girlfriend was his fiancée, Sheba, came and we're like, because she was also the manager and she had a stake, because she was also doing her film thing. So we put in our money and started a studio called Enkari, 2004.
Dude, so at this time you're
so
you were a co-owner of Enkari?
Yeah. So we all chipped in, the three of us, looked for $5,000, we split it the middle, 3-way. And that's how Enkari was born, the relationship with Eric. Then Sheba.
Where is the first location of Enkari?
Near USIU.
Okay, yes.
And now, those sides on the studio being near USIU is how I ended up meeting more than DQ and a couple of other guys, because they were all students there.
Yes.
And because my ex-classmate, a guy I was in school with, called John Allen Namu. Was there, then he had Timo Studios around, so he would always come with, guys, let's go to Ziki and Timo's place. So that's how I met MDQ, because I remember he came there.
Yes.
You know Sandra Chege, who is at British Council?
Yes, I know Sandra.
Yeah, so they were all together in MDQ had a band called Tight.
And is Sandra Chege the one who brought you now Neema?
No, Neema was my sis. So now the studio is in flux. So I'm leaving Samawati. I've talked to Gideon and Susan. I'm like, this thing is not working out. I need to go branch off by myself. They tripled my salary, like, will guarantee us hello off. Like, I've never had a crisis like that. I was told live, we'll pay you 150K salon.
You're 22, 23.
I'll never forget. I remember home I was so conflicted.
Yeah.
I was so conflicted.
But you still left.
I still left.
Can I ask why did you leave? That's the thing.
Because I'm curious. I wanted to see what will happen. I think that's for me. If there's one thing that was driven me, I'm curious. Come on, Nimbaya will have a funny story. Say Tim was stupid. He forgot. If it's bad, he will find out. That's for me. I'm more curious than anything else. And I'm glad I left. Susan and I were quite cool. I still ended up going to Samawati quite often to just chill with her. And then now, remember 2003 they had gone to Mundial, right? Through Sarakasi. But then Shiba ends up working for Sarakasi now.
Yes.
So the 2004 edition of the guys going to
Is Nkare.
relationships.
That is crazy. So, okay.
So at this time, now I'm still doing gospel. That's now I ended up. So now I remember my sis was in Daystar. She brought me a CD for some chick. She's like, yo, this is my friend from Daystar. She wants to sing. At that time, I'm now focusing on building the studio and doing commercials. Because I'm kind of upset at the way
This music thing is...
this thing, I'm like, I'll do this studio with Kina Eric, we'll do commercial projects, jingles, nini, I go home and sleep. Musicians, it sucks. Like, I'd already gotten depressed. This is 2004, I was 23, I'm like, the music business doesn't work. It's just fame. It's just fame without anything. I can't see. And then at this time, Ogopa's also started issuing, it's now Caliph. I'm like, I can't compete with Caliph. Like, I don't know that sound. I'm like that sound was so foreign. I didn't understand why, guys. It's that thing there'll always be someone who is hotter than you, right? So I'm like, let me go do commercial work, jingles, audio post, engineering. Just diversify my income streams.
Yes.
So my sister tells me this person who she thinks she can sing. She's from Daystar. Me, I'm like, yo. So she gives me a demo CD. It's called Neema, right? Remember 2003 already we got to the Kora, right? DNG has gone, we celebrated UNSA with him. We go to Kenya, Mizi with the money. Scam alive.
The 450 G's or the 400
Yo,
G's.
dude.
Yeah. Gone.
I remember he sent me an SMS written, if you pay an architect, do you live in the house together? I kept that SMS for a long time to just tell you, Yani, how this game is rough. Like we have agreed, Nini, it was a 50-50 split. So I'm already now jaded by this whole scam called the music business. So I started getting a lot of TV gigs. And now towards the end of 2003, chorus was happening. A lot of cool things were happening. And just now, 2003 into 2004, I started now reading a lot about how record businesses work, contracts. Gidi Madimaji had been signed to Gallo. I don't even remember.
Yes, for many faces.
Yeah.
Many faces.
So I remember this is now January, because production works. By production, I mean agency, advertising. January, February is quite dull. So I sent a bunch of CDs. So all these things come together, like they look like they're unrelated. I sent a bunch of CDs via DHL to Sony, Gallo, Warner Bros, Nini, for hi, my name is Tim, I'm already the producer, these are the things I've done. Right? A guy responded.
What?
It's like, my name is Nani, I'm the A&R at Gallo, which the A&R is the guy who really books you. He's like below the MD, and like, I want us to do. So we started a conversation. Timmy thought he was talking to a very old person. So that's happening as I'm working with Eric on this Tancha thing and trying to figure out what is happening. And then at the same time, ABL is trying to do a thing called TPF, right? So 3 things happen. One is my sister insists that these are all things that are running parallel.
Yes,
I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life.
Because you're healthier living because you were sick.
Yeah, and then the studio music business for me is not working then. I've decided to just do commercials. Eric and Shiba and I want to start a studio. This is now mid-2004. This guy from Galo, I sent a bunch of CDs in 2003, a guy responded. And he's like, I want to come to Kenya, make it happen. I'm like, shit. I want to come to Kenya to see what's happening. My sis insists that I listen to this CD for a chick called Neema. I'd even thrown it away. So I remember it was a fight in the house. She said, yeah. I used to use CDs, demo CDs as coasters.
You get your code. You're the producer artist hated. You get your code.
So I found it. It had chai and things. I wiped it. I listened to it. Was like, yo, this thing is dope. So I called Neema. I told Ruth, Ruth, my sister.
Yeah.
Tell her to come to Nairobi Baptist Church to meet me after the 9 o'clock service. This chick comes and she's just looking so. Now it's cool because it's called Bohemian. At that time, I just saw this chick is crazy. Neema was like looking how those kids at Alchemist dress nowadays. Like completely, she's like 10 years, 15 years ahead of everyone. So I look at it, I'm like, I'm like, what do you want to do? Like, I want to sing. Then 2004 is the first time a song I'd written, produced everything, finally got on air a year after it was done. The song for Happy, because Patricia Amira was given a Neo Soul hour. So she used to play Happy, beginning, end, and then now Kina Jill Scott. It was the only Kenyan song, because now Kina Jill Scott were hot. So what I done?
Neo Soul.
Yeah. So Neema calls me, she comes, she's like, she wants to sing, she has no tunes at all, so she wants to be signed. I'm like, here we go again. I'm like, look for whatever money you can find, come with it. But she wants to do an album. I'm like, I'm not sure. Let's first do a single before we do an album. We do this song, it sounds so good, like Neema could really sing. She sang in the parking lot for me. I'm such an asshole.
You better sing.
Yeah, in a car park. I was like, sing. Yani Neema sang, yani, wow, Neema is amazing. Like that chick, yo. Now she's called Silayo.
Yeah, Silayo.
Silayon.
Silayo.
So, she sings, we start working on this thing, she has no tunes. She's like, I can have like 7 Gs or something. I'm like, 7 Gs is like, at least it shows you are committed. So we do this thing again. It goes on air, it's playing. Without her knowledge, apply, spend 8 or 10 Gs of my money, send it for chorus. Because you do Kora nominations in July. Yeah. Right? I package it, create a fake album, just like I'd done before. And put it like dramaturg, like this is a song for your consideration. It gets nominated. Because in October is when we used to learn about your nominees for Kora. I'm like, oh, Neema's been nominated. Patricia Amira is really pushing the song on Capitol. Hot 96, which was a nation radio station. I started playing the song, so like now this whole Neo Soul movement is starting. So it's like, it's quite cool, but me, I'm still like, Then on the other end,
This song is Jiwe.
This song is Jiwe.
Barabara natembea ni refu na ni ngumu, nami sina nguvu. Moyo wangu waumia, roho yangu imechoka, machozi mpaka lini? Won't you hear my cry, Lord? Answer my call. Send me out from the strongholds of Zion. Won't you hear my cry, Lord? Answer my call. Send me home from the strongholds of Zion. 'Cause you are Jiwe la nguvu, jumba la ustawi, my rock, my fortress, I am home. Jiwe la nguvu, jumba la ustawi, my rock, my fortress, I am home.
And now for Joy, it's interesting because Lucas of Ogopa did the video. And I've met Lucas once in my life. I can't even tell you how he looks.
It's that time only.
Yeah. I called a guy on the phone. I told him, hey, my name is Tim. He's like, I know you did Kapuka. I'm like, dude, let's just get over it. I'm trying to give you money. Because I think he had done a song for Duke's Vultures and I like the video. There's another...
Where they're running up
Yeah, there's another song of the house party.
Oh, okay.
With another chick in a bikini. I remember that song. So I called him, I was like, I really like your videos. Like, don't hang up on me this time. I need to do the song for Jiwe. So we managed to get money going, give him tunes. I think he charged us like 40K or 30K. They shot the video. I don't even know when the video was shot because it was being so mysterious. If you guys don't know Lucas, you know it's mysterious. That video shot, edited, and he sent me a mini DV. Because those days,
nothing like DVDs.
Yeah, a mini DV and a Betacam. Betacam is like what broadcasters use. It looks like a VHS, but it's smaller. Like that's the last time we met in Ngumo in a chips shop. I gave him the money. We talked. And I can't even tell you what it looks again. It's 2004. So this song is out there. I think NTV were playing the song on whatever channel they have. On this other side, Kisima is, remember the guy I had told you about, the guy who responded? He says he's coming to Kenya for Kisima. Again, I'm a stupid child because I'm trying to make an impression. I pay for him to stay at 680, some hotel in Tao. Like I make sure he has a cab, he has everything, not knowing that record label executives have an allowance. So I'm juggling all these things. This is also the studio that we are moving from operations from Samawati to Uko in Thika Road near SIU, and at that time is when they were building Thika Road. Thika Road had just started. So it was just literally a ditch. It used to take 4 hours from Globe to USIU.
Which is now 5 minutes.
Like, yo, that was very hurtful to business. Having a business for entertainment, agencies, production, when Thika Road was being made. So this guy comes from SA, I pay for him all his things. He tries to sign to Mercy, but Africans, that deal doesn't go south. How do you think?
You want to sign Mercy Myra?
Yeah! So, that deal goes south, pear-shaped, because he thought he was dealing with a guy who's at his level, because he's like 15 years older than me. He comes to find this, like, Suzanne, I've already made the thing, you guys network. Suzanne, I don't know what happens. The deal falls through. I think he sensed that I was going to be cut out again, so he pulled back. Anyway, it didn't happen. So we got in touch. So the next thing, he sends me an email. He's like, Gallo is doing a thing with a production company called Endemol, the TV show. And we're the guys giving the record deal. But because we don't have an office in Kenya, you're my office, okay? Okay. That's why I became like the guy for
TPF.
Yeah, that's why I joined TPF. So the Endemol guys, you see that thing operates its pear shit. The guy has said, so the Endemol guys come to do TPF. They've been told Tim is our guy. And I'm glad I didn't take Suzanne's deal for double the salary, because now I have a legit studio in the sides USIU. Like, so all of a sudden I have a seat at the table.
I remember you even did the ad.
Yeah, we did the jingle. So now,
Kanji's voice was there, and I think.
So now that thing was so strange because they couldn't agree on who gets to do the piece of music, because Kanji has opened his studio, me and Eric have done ours. So the guy who was on TPF, the 2004 edition, that I'm a superstar, it was so the director did something so strange. It's like, I can't decide on who to give this gig to. So I'll do something I've never done. You guys collaborate and do one.
I'm a superstar.
So Kanji and Aaron, then he found out Aaron is my brother. He was even laughing. He's like, this is even better. And you guys all know one another. So 2004, now I got down into corporate TV just because I sent a thing to DHL.
Insane. So that thing that you did was the theme music.
The theme music. Not because of that. They also realized it's not only there for theme music, he can do other things. Because remember, I'm a sound engineer also. So I entered that whole. So I could do different things, either sound engineering, or I could help with their music, like A&R, like who's hot, who's not. and then also I did the theme music. So that's how now Endemol, fast forward, ended up being my client for like 10 years. Because I sent a CD via DHL.
To many people.
To many people.
And one person replied.
Yeah. Via DHL. And now DHL is expensive.
And you treated that guy well. Relationships.
Yeah, relationships. Then at the end of so Neema gets nominated, the Cora. So at that same year, Eric is a judge. They say he's a judge for Cora. So Eric finds his way to SA. I also find my way to SA. Allah. So Eric is a judge. We go to SA 2004. It's like the movies, boss. Eric and Neema wins. It's fantastic.
And they're paid.
But then Kina Neema, even them, it became dicey. So then they didn't get paid. But of course, artists are just scammers. But this time it didn't come. So, but then something interesting, the guy who had taken us around for Cora, for the guy who had taken rounds, you know, when he's in his home turf.
Exactly.
He does the same thing. He introduced, like, we went to see the guys for Shia. That's how I got an introduction to the guys for Shia. We went to now Downtown Studios where Kina Yumasekela recorded. Like, he just accorded me the same courtesy.
Dude, all of this because you sent a CD via DHL.
I sent a CD via DHL.
What?
And I put up a guy with my own tunes. And now that's how Endemol. Now, so now with Endemol,
This is just publishing.
now that's how now with publishing. Now at the time I was my then girlfriend, we were just friend zoning each other, was a lawyer. So like we were pals, she really liked this music thing, she'd come to the studio. She didn't find it weird because white collar workers really around the artists. And an artist, when are you going to be a DJ? She didn't. So I think for me, that's one of the things that made me like Karimi and love Karimi really well, because she was like, this thing is interesting. And then also, in as much as she was a lawyer, she was also playing guitar.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Then now, lawyers can smell opportunities way before. She was like, you keep doing all these things and your thing is going higher. How about you do Ennovator Music as a company? I was like, I need directors. Like, you need two people maximum, and then we can get a shadowy fake person. We can give 2%, but primarily, like, then I was like, I have no tunes, like, make me. So you don't have to always pay me every time you have a contract or you need someone.
Is that how you met her, because of the contract?
Yeah, because Karemi, like, I'd known her because I knew Karemi because she used to jam with Kina Aaron and Kungo and JJ.
Yes.
And Kavudha. You guys know Kavudha because she's the Mdosi at Mo Sound. She's the big boss. But at the time, Kavudha was playing with my bro and a guy called Alan Kungo who left, went to the US, and another guy went to Canada called JJ. Like, they were the coolest jazz band. So Karemi used to hang out with those guys. And Wamai, yes. And Wamai was a drummer. Yeah. So me, I was saved in Karemi's phone number as Aaron's brother. Can you imagine? But see God. Yeah. Munanyonaga hivi tu. See God. So Karemi is like, so she said, like, so we became pals because I don't defend hanging out with my bro. So now, because she was working at a law firm and teaching guitar at Brookhouse. So it became like, I was like, okay, this is not your regular bougie middle class white collar people who really have disdain on what we do. So like, I'll help you with your law contracts. You can't pay me, give me 50% of your company. I'm like, yo. I did the math. Like, anytime because we had hired a lawyer before for negotiate another contract, it was 100 G's. I was like, yo, 100 G's, you do a contract, like, that's a lot of money. So like, so now we ended up even now dating. But it was such a good decision because now, for example, even with...
Whoa.
Yeah.
So before that, you're not dating?
No. Like you said, like we were pals.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, just look at this thing for me.
Yes.
But you see, when someone has your back, then other things happen.
Yeah. That's insane.
So that's how now she even ended up now later on, when now we get this gig with Endemol for me, Kanji and Aaron, and it's a big gig. And because now you have to go with your lawyers, because they've all come with their 2-3 white lawyers from Cape Town. The person who's our lawyer is Karemi. So we all show up like it's a legit negotiation.
Yes.
So we even looked prepared. You see how life just...
works its way around. Yeah. So let me ask now, because my introduction to you, I remember.
So now 2004 is now when I now start working with Eric. I mean, with that, it was a mixture of everything.
Was there something you're doing for Valerie? Oh yes, that's
now
maybe
TPF. Now
Yeah.
you see how that TPF story came.
Yes.
Valerie wins the thing.
That's the first TPF.
It's the first TPF.
The one with Patricia Kihora as well.
No, Patricia Kihora was I think the second or the third.
Okay. No, but that guy from Chapel who used to sing.
Yeah, that guy, what is it called?
Alvan.
Alvan was the first one. So because of TPF, like you see now, that's such a big thing because like several million people are working on it, the production, crew cast. So now again, remember it started with doing a bit in Lamington Church, but then now every time you meet more people, you meet more people who like the way you work, you get more work. And remember Suzanne's theory of at least let more people be thinking, oh, that's dope, as opposed to, because I'm now getting older. So now with TPF, it also opened a lot of other opportunities to people and artists. Valerie won the thing. Gallo contracted me to do one song on her record. It went the way it went. I mean, it's just a thing. But then now you see, I can't say I've worked with a major record label. They send you like an 80-page contract. Like, it's just a real deal. Then now you see with that, whatever happens, you get to learn from it.
Yes.
Now 2004 is when now Atemi decides, remember that demo we did for Coke Studio that we've been playing around to people? Let's do an album. So we do 3 or 4 songs. Yes. So we do 3 or 4 songs. I'm still stressed because I'm like, I'm not sure this thing will work. Because I don't know how to do distribution. And she's like, Atemi uses her magical powers networking. She's like, there's a guy I met. It's called Peter Ndwati. Come, let's go meet him. That's how Peter Ndwati.
Pine Creek Records is born.
Yes. So now Peter, that's how I met Peter. Because I'd met him before, like 2003, because there's another thing he was doing with Homeboys. But I think like now, musically, like how we got to know Peter was Peter Ndwati. It was through Hatimaye with Atemi. So he tells me, he's like, you can do this record by yourself, but you don't know business. And I was like, get out. You don't know anything. But then when I thought about it, it's like, you already worked on 6 songs. I'll pay you for your 6 to 10 songs. I'll get Chris. He does another maybe 6 to 10 songs. Atemi is a great singer, but she can't write. You guys do everything. I'll pay you guys, I own the masters.
And he did that.
And he did that. That's how, and sometimes you have to give to get.
Yes.
You have to realize what you're not good at. Peter had the muscle to be able to be like, you know what? I can open doors for you guys. And then this allows you to concentrate on other things. So now with Atemi, I was able to work on the record and focus on maybe playing. But then also 2004, Eric was working on, I think, 2020. And then now through Shiba at Mondial, I got to go to Netherlands for a while.
For training?
Yeah. So it was like school in the morning, like music theory, engineering, production.
And where in this mix is where you now also engineer the Mavuno Worship Project?
Mavuno Worship Project comes like maybe 2009, which is like 3 or 4.
2009?
Yeah, this is many years later. So between that time, now through the networks with...
No, it came 2006.
2007. 2007 is when we went to Mavuno Worship Project.
What? That's
2007.
So late.
Yeah. So now through that, the studio works. I go to Netherlands again because again it's all networks. I meet a chick called Kaz. We do a song. Same racket. She gets a Cora.
yeah, Kaz. Ooh, you know me and Kaz were in high school together.
No way. That's why. So Kaz called me because she had the stuff we'd done with Neema and now with Eric and.
In fact, it was so weird because you recorded one of Kaz's song at Kijiji.
No, I came to Kijiji.
Why would you come to Kijiji?
To listen to the mixes.
Oh, that's
So,
why you'd
because you
come.
remember that room in I would always come to Kijiji because where we were in Thika Road, it was just a giant
yes.
bungalow.
I
We had not done any soundproofing. It was just mattresses.
I get. Because
That's
you
it.
didn't come with your laptop.
I would come and like listen to things there.
I understand. I get it. Because I'd always see you there, so I'd wonder why is Tim always coming here? So I didn't know you had
You see,
a studio this time.
I had a studio and it was like a really dope studio, but we had not done any acoustical treatment, nothing. It was just 2 couches. It was a bedroom studio, but
So you're coming to listen to mixes.
yeah, because Kanji's place had foam.
Yes.
Ours was just a room, like an empty room, a cuboid.
And then insert 2 things. One, the Warner Brothers project.
Yeah, so now Warner Brothers comes from Kina Kanji because of a network of hanging out at Kijiji.